Hey everyone, my name is Max, and on this lovely Christmas day we will be checking out the Dreadhold, TTCombat's new two-player campaign box set in the Dropfleet Commander universe. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So, in the campaign here, we will be playing out the events of the assault on the UCM's titular prisoner transport ship, the Dreadhold, guarded by the Penal Security Corps by the forces of the dreaded Eightfold Syndicate, who have a simple goal in mind, really. They want to break out their leader, Atrax. So, per list of contents, it includes 1 Dreadhold ships, 6 UCM ships, whole 12 resistance ships, 1 rule booklet, 10 dice, 1 space station sheet, 2 debris sheets, 2 token sheets, 3 quick play cards, bases. Yeah, essentially this is all you need to start playing, except for obviously a table and a game mat. Let's open it up. And what do we have here? Okay, so as you can see, we have sprues upon sprues upon sprues upon sprues of ships. Let's check them out first because they are our main course here. We'll be starting with the Resistance Frigate Sprue. Let's turn it upside down. And yeah, I am a Resistance player myself, and I absolutely love what they have done with the modular ships. I had this one and the Cruiser Sprue, a few of them actually, from the core box, and I think this is just genius. So, what is so special about it? As you can see, here we have 4 different frigate hulls. Apart from the hulls, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different bow pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4 different engine pieces, which can be combined in absolutely any configuration. I will not do the math right here, but as you can imagine, there is quite a high number of different combinations they can go in. The sprue also includes 4 vent cannons, 4 missile launchers, 4 hybrid guns, and also 2 sensor domes. Apart from the hull parts and the weapons, the sprue also includes 2 completely different strike carrier shuttle bits and 4 different armor bits that transform your frigate into a heavy frigate and add an extra slot for the weapons. Let's continue. The second resistance sprue we have in the box is the Cruiser Sprue. All the elements here can be combined to build just 1 cruiser. Once again, it is entirely modular and allows you to build your cruiser however you like. So we have 2 hull parts here that combine into a single hull, and as you can see, it has the very same sockets or slots on both ends. We have 4 engine parts here in this row here that you will be using 2 of to build the engine of your ship. But that's not it. You can add more engine to your ship with this bit right here, which goes into a separate slot, we will talk about it later, and adds, additional thrust for your ship. Next up, we have 6 different bow pieces, and again, 2 of them combine to create a single bow piece that goes once again on any end of the ship. So we have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apart from that, we have 4 ablative armor pieces that go on the rail slots at the top or at the bottom of the hull to add, ablative armor or just to beef up your ship. And then we have a whole load of different weapons. So we have 4 broadside slots. And the broadside slots could include bulk lander and fireship hangars. They could include, let me turn this over, fighter hangars. They can include missiles. They can include hybrid guns. Or this is a separate slot that transforms your broadside into a rail slot. And the rail slot, as I have mentioned before, is something you have 4 of right here. Apart from that, we have 1, 2, and 3 turret slots that are added on the rail slot up top or at the bottom, or into a separate rail slot we have here on the broadsides to add the ability to carry one of the turrets, which we have a bombardment turret here, we have the artillery turret here, we have the mass driver, and there is also here somewhere a vent cannon. There it is. And you are also supplied with a bunch of gubbins, like this wing here, the antennas here, or this ship mast or bridge, whatever you'd like it to be. Now let's check out the next sprue, and this one here is the Resistance light ship sprue. The previous ones, the lighter colored ones, used the older plastic. This is the completely new one that has been rebuilt to include a small amount of each light ship Resistance has, and it's absolutely genius once again. I love how these are laid out, and well, let's review it closer. On this sprue here we have 7 ships. 2 of the Unifex corvettes. They are just one piece, so you can clip them out, paint them, put them on a flight widget, on a flight stand, and just use those. We have 2 of probably my favorite ships, Seneca detonators. These are essentially all-time small cargo ships that have been loaded with a bunch of cargo containers that have explosives in them and engines strapped to them, used as essentially poor man's missiles or drones. These are my favorites because, well, somehow they predicted the future, and if you wanna see an example of how cargo ships can carry drones that attack valuable strategic planes, Google for Operation Spiderweb. These are just one piece. Once again, you clip them out, you put them on your flight stands, on your base, and you use them. So they combine of 2 parts. So we have the main part here, and then we have 2 swappable elements like the rail cannon for the Newton here and a telescope for the Galileo telescope. Then there are the Sagittarii and the Balearis, which are once again combined of 2 parts. We have a common big ass engine for them right here, and then we have 2 different front parts, one for the Sagittarii with artillery guns and one with hangars for the Balearis pocket carrier. And then we have a whole load of pieces that are used to build one of the 3 variants of the destroyer. The destroyers are very versatile, and you might want to have access to all of the 3 variants, so I highly suggest you magnetize them. We have the 2 hull parts here, we have the flight deck and a bridge for the Collins support carrier, we have this greenhouse dome and this ventral bulk lander launch piece for the Aldrin colony ship, and then we also have this bridge here and this ventral chin laser part here for the Armstrong laser destroyer. You will be using these a lot in the Dreadhold games, you will be using these quite a lot in your regular Dropfleet Commander games, and I think it's quite fun that the UCM has only the frigates and more cruisers, while the Resistance has more light ships. You know, sells me this whole clandestine cartel operation vibe. Next is this chunk of bubble wrap here, which is the Dreadhold itself. I'm quite excited to see it because I think that's one of the few new TTCombat's 3D printed ships, as opposed to being all plastic. So let's unwrap it and see what's inside. So here is the Dreadhold itself. It's just one piece. It's 3D printed and it looks very nice. It's also quite a chunker. And I love it. Such a nice ship. It's so blocky. It has a lot of flat surfaces. You could probably freehand some. It has a very nice contrast with the slick and curved lines of the regular UCM ships. I just love it a lot. And this is technically a mercenary ship. It is not restricted to UCM, and you will be able to use it in the Resistance, for example, if you decide that the Eightfold Syndicate has won the battle and has captured it. I would love to see it painted with some sort of Eightfold Syndicate, Resistance kind of vibe. next up we have these two completely identical and once again geniusly composed UCM core sprues. As you can see, they are packed to the brim with ship parts. Let's check one of them out and see what exactly goes into it. A single sprue here includes all you need to build a single UCM cruiser with quite a number of its variants. I think some of the heavy cruiser options might require 2 cruiser sprues, but generally speaking, once again, all that you need is here. So we have a whole piece here, we have this topside thing here, we have a bunch of different details. Then we have the engine bit here and an engine bit here. And then past this initial cruiser subassembly, we have a whole load of details that go on top to differentiate all the different classes that we have. So, for example, we have fighter and bomber hangars here, an assortment of different guns and weapons here. We have this bulk lander chin thing here, we have the antennas here. I think these are the missile launchers, but I might be wrong. And apart from that, you have all the details that allow you to build a few different variants of the frigates. So we have, I think these are the New Orleans top parts here, we have the Lima frigate sensors here, we have this, I think this is a Jakarta, but I might be wrong. We have, once again, guns for them here and there. Yeah, so it's just overall a very nicely designed sprue. I cannot talk a lot about it because I'm not a UCM player. I'm sure some of you might know that I have missed quite a lot of details. So now that we are done with the ship, let's check out the accessories we have here. So this is a box of bases, flight stands, and widgets. The bases are not supposed to be blue. The blue tint is given by the protective film, so do not forget to remove those. Next up, we have a bag of 10 dice. Nothing special here, you know your D6s. And now let's flip through the rulebook. So as you can see, it is very nicely stylized to the Dreadhold ship box. It has all this green screen tint. It has the information about the inmate 213, other known as Atrax, the leader of the Eightfold Syndicate, on the cover. So it contains a bunch of lore information here. It contains all your rules here and also some more lore in here. Let's flip through it quickly. So as you can see, again, background, lore, background, and lore. Then you have essentially the Dropfleet Commander rules that are, however, still stylized after the boxes. I don't think the core rules have the resistance ships as the examples here. On the next pages, we have a few more stylized elements. I don't remember if the charts and graphs in the original rulebook are using the Lima frigate for the UCM as well. You have, again, okay, yeah, so as you can see, we have resistance ships here and there. It is customized to the box to make it as clear as possible. Okay, I've flipped through some of those. You have the rules and you have your and here we have information on the fleets you will be playing with. So the resistance fleets, their stats, their details. You have the Dreadhold rules. We have the UCM ships right here. We have the scenery information, and we have the 5 campaign missions, along with info on the special rules and a whole load of fluff, a whole load of lore on the inmate, on the syndicate, on the UCM penal core, and everything that happens inside, along with traditionally the preview of what else you can get in the full games. I love it. It's a very nice, and again, I have been mentioning this a lot, it's very nicely stylized. It's a great rulebook. What remains here is almost identical to what you will find in a 2-player starter box that features UCM versus the Biofighters. We have the standard templates for the space station drop sites. we have a whole load of tokens here, and we'll get to these later. So we have them in 4 colors, so supposedly 4 players can play. Then we have the debris and the regular city drop sites, even though you will not be playing with cities in the Dreadhold box. This is a nice setup for you to continue playing the full game. And now we have 3, not 2, 3 fast play sheets, which tell you all the admiral abilities, which tell you the stats and the composition of the fleets. We have the UCM one in green, and we have the red 8-fold syndicates who have whole 2 sheets, just because of the sheer amount of different ship variants and options that they are given. And we also have this, memo sheet with the tables for the admiral abilities, the crippling effects, and the explosion effects here. So, as a conclusion, the Dreadhold is a great alternative to the existing 2-player starter set. If you'd like to continue playing the games, you would want to expand with core boxes, with more cruisers, frigates, and light ships for the UCM, and you will absolutely need more cruisers for the resistance part of it. But still, it teaches you the rules in a nice way. The important part here is that it fixes the issue the original Dropfleet Commander 2.0 starter box had, which includes the bioficers fighting against the UCM. In that one, you had your ships, you had your accessories, you had your tokens, you had your fast play sheets, and you had a rulebook that outlines how you can build your own missions. But I would say that this might have been a little overwhelming for new players, and having the narrative preset missions in a way that the Dreadhold has them is just nicer. What I also think might be a great way to expand on these boxes is some sort of a rule set where you do not start your very first mission with a whole overwhelming lot of ships, but something that adds layers upon layers for educational purposes. Dropfleet is not a complex game, but having to deal with 12 ships in your very first game might be a little too much for new players. Thank you for watching, and have a great holiday season. Bye!